On this trip, I went to Mount Whitney to have a look at the snow. I rented some snowshoes and trekking poles, something I don't normally do, and came up. I've never been up in December before. There was lots of snow, but it was a lot of fun. I got stuck at Mt Muir. There was a section that no one had been through yet, and people were climbing over its shoulder. I didn't feel like doing any extra climbing, but it was great views and a really fun day. All right, it's December 11th. Been watching the weather. There hasn't been any snow since the big weather event, and it's been sunny and clear and windy, but the wind has dropped for a couple days, so I grabbed a permit. It's kind of late. I think it's 12:30 now. Yeah, 12:29. Okay, I wanted to get going around now, 12ish. Gotta walk up the road. Yeah. Boulders in the road. I'm gonna keep an ear out for anything fresh falling. But this should have been from back during the weather. Look at this. Massive. Alright, I'm up the first road switchback. Whitney Portal Road has like one giant switchback on the valley side, and then a whole bunch of switchbacks as it goes up inside. It's not really as bad as Horseshoe Meadow Road or Onion Valley Road. So I've walked up Whitney Portal Road before from the gate. Okay, up the other side of the switchback, and now the road cuts in. It does more switchbacks, but at least we're heading in towards the trailhead now. Yeah, this gate closed also. Now we head up. More road debris. They don't clean this till the spring. The trucks come and clear it all. At Mt Lake's parking. Gotta switch back a couple more times to get back up to the trailhead now. Road's been all snow since the Mt Lake's campground and parking there. A clear patch in the road here. It's a nice break. Right. Up at the portal, there's the porta potties. Make sure you slow down. Porta potties. So yeah, we got footpath people heading up there, so I'll follow that. And then footpath people heading up that way. I wonder. I'll take this way, go the normal route. I don't want to do shenanigans on the weird back route. Okay, well, we'll see how this goes. I just want to go have a look. I got gear, got alpine boots, I got lots of layers, lots of extra layers. I got microspikes and crampons, ice axe, helmet, and trekking poles, and snowshoes. So, I mean, I've got the gear. It's really if the motivation remains. It looks like a fair amount of people have been taking advantage of the clear weather. I was hoping that a week of kind of clear weather and maybe there'd be some bit of a footpath up there. I know people are going up the Chute main trail. I'm heading main trail, I'm not going Mountaineers route, and I just want to try to get up to the bottom of the Chute at Trail Camp and have a look, see what the Chute's like. I talked to Addison at the Elevation Culture, the gear shop in Lone Pine, and showed me some pictures from some recent people had shared, and it looks like people are going up the Chute, but they were using snowshoes. So. Alright, well, I just gotta take my time here, enjoy the hike. Alright, first water crossing. It is flowing. But yeah, no problem. It's not like overflowing or anything. It's been on and off snow. I suspect it'll be more consistent snow now. The first switchback is generally pretty exposed to sunlight, so the snow's gone from there. But it should be snow all the way from here, I guess. Right. We'll see. Here's the split for North Fork. Looks like someone left their shoes and their boots here. Maybe they switched to their mountaineering boots for the rest of the hike and they didn't want to carry them. Alright, this is the major water crossing. I'm really never a fan of this one. The rocks look exposed though, so that's good. So hopefully it's okay. I don't feel like getting the trekking poles out. The rocks don't look icy, so that's good. So yeah, I'll just make my way across here slowly. That's alright, not too bad at all, really. Cool. Alright. Well, there was one car down at the trailhead that's been there since yesterday morning. So it looks like that party must be the party that went up North Fork there and left their shoes there. So that may mean that there's no one ahead of me on Main Trail. Interesting. Well, here's the footbridge crossing Lone Pine Creek before the junction to Lone Pine Lake. Yeah, nice. And it doesn't seem slippery, but I'm gonna be careful here regardless. So here's the junction for Lone Pine Lake, down that way. Carry on up this way now. We hit the Whitney zone sign, then go up and get to Bighorn Park and then Outpost Camp. So I've been going for about 4 hours. It's about 6.5 miles, 6.4 or something to here. About 3,300 feet of climbing so far. Trail's been mostly like this, packed down, and then some drifts. I'm curious how much less of a pack there will be past this, because I suspect most of the foot traffic has been coming up to the lake, not going up to the summit. So see how much it slows down now, how much the trail is packed down or not. There's the Whitney zone sign. Not going to walk over to it, that'll be post hole. Gonna carry on here on the packed down footpath and see what it's like, see how accessible this is. Lots of snow. Going up the switchbacks between Lone Pine Lake area there and the Bighorn Park up here, the next step. It's a nice big meadow there by Outpost Camp. So it's been like this pretty much non-stop. I mean, mostly since the trailhead down at the portal. Pretty packed down. There's some places where there's drifts that have covered over everything. There's a couple places where the trail is sort of split, where some people are cutting switchbacks. But so far, for the most part, the packed down footpath is still following the actual trail. There's a certain point in the winter when mostly people follow the creek up, follow the fall line. But maybe you gotta go up this, and then maybe it's beyond Outpost Camp that then you sort of dodge Muir Lake sometimes, kind of, and go all the way around. But yeah, look at this, gigantic icicles. Holy crap. Massive. This is the sort of stuff you fall on and bang yourself on. I want to put my helmet on soon, just to, at least it's not windy, so I don't have to worry about chunks of ice falling from trees, but it's worth putting the helmet on soon just for that. Slow going, it's snow, you know, but I've just not really been rushing, just taking a slow, deliberate pace. Basically, I didn't want to get to trail camp before light. I think it'll be light a ways before I get to trail camp, though. I'm going pretty slow. But it's nice. I'm enjoying it. I'm tucked in now in the canyon here, so there's no wind at all. So it's very pleasant. I've been watching the weather, waiting for this window of no wind and sunny all day. And today's the day. The weather, temperatures are spiking again this weekend, and there's some clouds coming in. But I don't think there's more snow coming or anything. It's just a cold front and some clouds. I have to stop starting with alright. But yeah, cresting up into Bighorn Park now. That's where I usually see the big views of the wall there. So cool. And then the giant meadow here. But yeah, nothing to see at night. Still a good amount of packed down traffic on the trail, but occasional post-holing, temptation to cut. But I know generally there's less traffic on the switchback cuts and more likely to post-hole. So yeah. Toes are getting cold occasionally, so I'm doing the wriggling. I've got good double layer thermal winter wool socks and insulated alpine boots, but still in yet. So yeah, just wriggle them, get them warm again. Yeah, cool. Looking exciting. See if there's any tents at Outpost Camp. I saw evidence of someone had camped right by the junction of Lone Pine Lake there. There was like a shoveled out flat spot. But so far, yeah, I haven't seen anybody, and I don't expect to, like I said, since there's only one car at the gate with parked where I am, and I saw those shoes at the North Fork cutoff, which led me to believe that whoever car that was, they went up North Fork and left their shoes and switched to mountaineering boots there. Alright, here's Bighorn Park, the big open meadow. Alright, so I may, yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna start paying attention. The log right before Outpost Camp is exposed here, so that's good. And the creek's running. That's kind of more important to know. So the creek here is running, so this could be the highest water, but we'll see if the two creeks right at Outpost Camp are running or not. The creek that goes through the middle of Outpost Camp, I already passed it. It's completely not exposed. It's frozen over and snowed over. This is the creek at the top of Outpost Camp before you go up the switchbacks. And gotta pay attention here. It looks like people are crossing a little before it here. But it is still exposed, so there is still water to be had. Shell for my pants now, because climbing up to Muir Lake and past Muir Lake, it's basically exposed to the wind. And it's not very windy tonight, but there's air moving around, so I'm gonna put my gaiters on also. Here's my pack with all my stuff on it. It's crazy. Alright, put my gaiters on and then carry on. At Muir Lake, it's frozen. But the outlet is not frozen. The winter route always skips the trail and comes up and around here and then crosses the outlet of the lake and then joins the trail again. There's a log here which is exposed, so that's good. And the water at the outlet here is flowing. So this could be the highest water right now. Not sure. Whew. Post hold there. Did not go into the water. Alright, I'm going to turn this off and take care. It's been snowshoes and trekking poles since Muir Lake. I'm slowly making my way up from Muir Lake to Trailside Meadow. It's getting light. Back on the trail, things diverted from the trail around Muir Lake, but I'm back on the trail now. And moving along slowly, but yeah, I would say semi-mandatory the snowshoes, but it's set pretty solid. But yeah, lots of drifts and then lots of places where it just wanders off the trail for a while. Beautiful though, so nice right now with the morning light, right? Wow, fantastic. Just spectacular. Just spectacular. Muir Lake. So beautiful. There's our moon, a waning half moon. Came out late, kept me company all night. It's been nice. Like I said, I'm just moving really slow. Fast enough to keep warm, slow enough not to sweat. Just keeping comfortable. There's going to be some air moving around for a while we shift from night to day. Forecast was for a beautiful day like yesterday, sunny, clear, 3 to 6 mile an hour winds. So I guess it's sometime between 6 and 7. I'm kind of lazy to look at my watch. Sunrise is 7. I started at 12:30 from the locked gate down at the back of the bottom of the road switchbacks. All right, keep moving, approaching, still a ways to go, but approaching Trailside Meadow. And then it's one more set of switchbacks up to trail camp from there. I came around to the right instead of going down inside there by Trailside Meadow down there and then up those switchbacks and over and up. The winter route, you can just sort of follow the fall line and go around all this and arrive at trail camp. I don't know that it's really any easier, but it sort of feels like the line is more, versus zigzagging all up and around the rocks. So yeah, decided I'd come up this side. Moving along well. Like I imagine there's some air moving around now as we're transitioning into daytime. It'll be nice to get tucked in the rocks up here. Mt Muir up there caught some alpenglow a little bit with the sunrise there. But yeah, it's sunrise is fast happening. Some color up there, even reflective. Alright, carrying on. Consultation Lake over there, frozen over. Katie catching some light up there. Mount Irvine. So this carries on up here through that instead of going up and around switchbacks all up along the rocks. So yeah, in the winter if you come on snow you kind of got to know these different routes, otherwise it can get really confusing when you start to see the footprints split up and go in different directions. Basically the snow route kind of, like I said, follows the fall line, stays to the left of the rocks, gets out of all the switchbacks, gets pretty well established and then stays all the way through spring. Moving along well. These are alpine, as I said, snowshoes, so they have an integrated crampon and a heel step, so it's very comfortable walking. I see footprints as well as snowshoe prints here, so the snow is strong enough, but I'd still rather keep the snowshoes on. It's just more comfortable. Someone camped here. Okay, the trail camp sign. Give you an idea how deep the snow is. It's 7:30 in the morning. I started at 12:30, so I've been going for 7 hours. It's 9 miles to here from the bottom of the road. And about 5,400 feet of climbing, something like that. So yeah, this trail camp. There's Discovery Pinnacle, there's Trail Crest. The switchbacks go up the rocks there, but I'm gonna head up into the chute and go up the chute. Word is the switchbacks aren't navigable anymore, and the snow has set in the chute, so hopefully it's the same consistency like this and can just walk up. Just gotta wait and see. Whew. Stopping for a snack here at trail camp before I go up into that. Get some calories, some water. There's Whitney up there. You can see the summit now. Mt Muir. All right. Carrying on up into the chute. Side hilling here. But the snow's good. It's set. Nice and grippy. Not really pulling out the phone while I'm moving. Rather just pay attention. But it's nice. Beautiful day. I'm looking forward to getting on the chute. Wotan's throne. Thor Peak over there. Got Russell peeking out over there. Whitney here. So, we're up in the bowl. Hooray, I'm happy. Nice checkpoint here to get to the base of the chute. Then it really starts the real climb. There's the cables right there. So you can see there's lots of people who are trying to go up the switchbacks. This happens all the time. They get to about the cables and then they realize like, yo, the switchbacks just aren't working. And then a lot of people bail down here various ways and continue up. So yeah, gonna carry on up to there and then up the chute. So that's nice. I'm glad I'm here. And then see, I don't know what time it is. It's probably at least 8:30, 8:15 maybe. I don't know. Whew. All right, I'm gonna pay attention and catch that track again. Thought that was a person wearing an orange hat from far away. Looks like someone camped here. That was their marker to find their camp. Been coming up the chute slowly from the bowl. You can see the trek trail down there, the footpath. Beautiful. I'm happy to stay in the shade here for a bit. I don't want to overheat. It's really warmed up. It's nice. Looking forward to getting up to Trail Crest. There's Discovery Pinnacle. And then, yeah, Trail Crest kind of right in between there. I've been following fresh There we go. Fresh crampon tracks. Because if someone walked this in crampons, it means it's solid. And also fresh snowshoe tracks. Because if you stray, you sink. So you really got to go where people have gone before. And there's been drifts, so it's hard to really tell. So these fresh crampon tracks are perfect. Because if anyone can walk over this on crampons, that's just totally a given. It's no problem on snowshoes. So I'm staying solid. Every step is nice and good, so it feels good. I like that. Just stay solid. Oh, sweet. Look at the moon. Actually, I'm seeing multiple bivy dugouts now that I stop here. Looks like a handful of people stopped here, a big party, or a handful of people multiple different times. Woo! Alright, let's stay on the track and head up here. Alright, I'm on a good line now. I can just walk straight up. This is just a really easy conveyor belt straight up this. This is my 5th time coming up this, if I'm correct. It's the first time I've ever done it in sunlight though. I usually go up this at night in the dark. So yeah, getting pretty close. I can already see, I can't see the sign yet, but getting close to Trail Crest there. Man, this is gorgeous. It's just really one of my favorite places. I mean, the entire Sierra. All right. Man, I was looking forward to seeing people. When I thought that stick, I really thought it was a person from far away, and I was really looking forward to chatting for a bit and finding out like what they were doing and how their day is going. But no, I'm alone on this mountain. All right, carrying on. Just wanted to pull the camera outside, remember this nice track. What a beautiful day. Wow, Wotan Stone's looking incredible over there. Look at that. Wow. So gorgeous. What a great day. Really curious what Trail Crest will be like. I'm really curious how the drifts will be. Tough crust has been gone for a while and it's sort of soft, but with steps to step into. So it hasn't been too bad. But yeah, it's much easier when it was on the hard crust. But looks like we're getting close to some more area up there that might be more packed down. But yeah, so packed for some, and then this kind of broken crust for others. But moving along. Someone cut some nice snowshoe switchback steps up here for the last kind of couple hundred feet now. Very nice, because you do get tired near the top no matter how gung-ho you go. And even as I said, if it's just a 45 and you got snowshoes with a heel step up, it's appreciated. So yeah, this is super nice, enjoying it. Looking forward to getting up to Trail Crest, maybe take a break and have a look at what Trail Crest looks like. All right, whew. Topping out onto Trail Crest here soon. I'm up on the other side of the Chutes. Anyway, usually when I come up the chute, I'm more like hugging the rocks over there, and I crest down there. Wow, came straight up this, and then there's good track, and then there was good switchback track, wide, flat switchback track for side hilling that could fit snowshoes. So that was great, very convenient, but steep on the side hill. I really prefer straight upping something like 45 than standing on it on a side hill. But you know, you just don't look it down, keep your 3 points and watch your steps and go slowly. But yeah, this is the real deal nowadays with this snow. But yeah, let's get up here. Oh man, be nice to be up on Trail Crest. The chute was a nice change from the rest of the climb. Oh yeah. Woo. Yeah, so there's the trail. You don't want to be taking the trail. There's Discovery Pinnacle. Woo! Okay, so gotta make my way down to Trail Crest down there. Looks like we weave our way here. I come this way all the time in the summer when I'm coming from that side, but I haven't come over this way on the snow. Pretty cool. Gorgeous. All snowed in. Guitar Lake, snowed in and frozen. Hitchcock Lake's frozen in. Mount Hitchcock over there, looking nice. Mt Muir, the peak of Mt Muir there. All right, let's do this. Let's get down to the actual Trail Crest spot there. All right, making my way over here down to Trail Crest. So it's about 9:30. Now you can see the switchbacks all up that thing, the chute that I went up. And then it's straight from there down. Really comfy. But yeah, it got soft, so someone cut switchbacks. But they're good. They fit the width of a snowshoe, so you're side hilling, but you're flat, so that was good. Okay, I gotta keep meandering down here. I'm gonna put this phone away and pay attention. All right, here's the Trail Crest sign. Right. Yeah, usually when I come up here and then up here. But yeah, there was really good tracks going up that way. It seemed safer, so I followed that. I'll go down that way also. All right, I'm gonna take a little break, have a snack, enjoy the sun a little bit here, get off of the snow, stand on that gravel right there, and yeah, drink a bit of water, and then carry on. 9:30. Usually it takes me about an hour from here to the summit in the summer if I'm moving well. An hour and a half if I'm going slow. So I'm expecting at least 2 hours. 9:30, 10:30, 11:30. If I'm at the summit at noon, that would be good. And if I could get out of there quick, that'd be good. I really would just like to be at the bottom, like trail camp before dark. That's what would be really nice. So we'll see what happens. But really nice up here today. No wind. Just really mellow. Yeah, I'm gonna hang out here and chill out. Whew. Oh, this is nice. This is one to remember. I've not been up here with this much snow before. I've been up with spring snow and fall snow, but never like a legit after a real snow event. And this is nothing really, but it's still more snow than I've been on Whitney. I've been on more snow than this in other places. Place for a break. Just doing a total yard sale here. Sprawled right out on the trail. It's comfy. Nice. I think it's gonna get soft. The sun's hitting and there's no wind on this side and it's right against like the rock. So I think all Trail Crest is gonna get kind of soft. I think I'll keep the snowshoes on, at least until the junction, the JMT Junction, and have a look. I'm going to change into my crampons and pull out my ice axe. Feel more comfortable. There's some spots where it's just sort of like thin, and these things feel awkward and clunky. I'd much rather just be chipping away in my boots. So I'm going to do that. That's better. I feel much more badass with a pair of crampons just locked into my boots in like thin, kind of windy terrain than like floppy snowshoes. Even if they are like alpine style crampon snowshoes, there's nothing. This is a much simpler form factor. I'll be a lot more adept. All right, what time is it? All right, 10 o'clock already. 10 o'clock, 10 miles, almost 10 hours, now 9 hours, 45 minutes, and about 7,300 feet of climbing. Okay, time to move on. If I can get to the summit by noon, that'd be awesome. 2 hours from here in the snow. It might be more like 12:30. But yeah, just want to do it and push and hopefully get back down the chute before dark. That's my main goal, really. Sun on everything. I'm going to be sinking in more than I would with the snowshoes, but I'm just going to feel way more in control with crampons and an ice axe than with snowshoes and trekking poles. I just feel so precarious with trekking poles and snowshoes anywhere like this. Right, forget it. I would not have wanted to come through here on snowshoes. I mean, people have, and you can see it's kind of wide, but that's just miserable. Side hilling like this when it's more than 45 degrees and you're looking down at that, no way. I feel way more comfortable in my boots and crampons with an ice axe in my hand. I love having an ice axe in my hand and crampons under my feet. It's the best. Okay, pushing along here. Feeling comfortable, solid, and safe, so this is good. This is the Mt Muir Trail Junction, but the sign's buried so you can't see it. But you can see that build up there, right? That's the JMT there. Switchbacks going down to Guitar Lake. Carrying on forward though. That's awesome. The sign, oh, here it is. It's right here. Still able to walk on the snowshoe path without post holing. The sun hasn't melted it yet. Next part to go across. Slow and easy. Again, glad I switched to crampons and ice axe. This may be as far as I go. I don't, there's no more tracks across here. It's soft also. When I tried to go through, I was sinking. And I don't want to end up halfway across and just sink. If the whole thing is just powdery slough. It's pretty steep. It's more than 45. And there's rocks down there. I wonder how people have been going across. Maybe they've been going up and around the rocks. I do not have the motivation for that. I've been to the summit many times, 20 times. There's a summit hut, can see it now. So close. But yeah, this is no go. And there's another one right after it that looks equally bad, and I see no footprints. People apparently have been summiting, but I'm not seeing it. Are there footprints over there? I can't see. I'll look later. It looks like it, right? Yeah. Where are they coming in from? Up there somewhere. Yeah, they're coming in from up there. So they're going around all this. Forget that. I'm not going up and around all this shit. This stuff. Sorry, pardon my language. Yeah. No go for me to go across this. I'll backtrack and try to see where people were cutting up and have a look at it, but I do not have the motivation to be going up and around like that. I just don't really care enough. So, yeah. That's interesting. Well, that was the point. The goal was to just come, have a look at it, see how far I could go. This could be doable. I'm sure other people could do it. It's not really in my risk profile. So yeah, I'll stop here, but I'll step back and have a look if where people are doubling around. Okay, so I went up and around here and around the corner, and then I got stuck because it's really steep and there's no pathway through yet. There's no footprints, there's no shelf. Some other people you can see had tried, and then what it looks like people are doing is they're going up here and they're climbing all the way up to there and all the way up and around, at least like a couple of the gullies over. And yeah, I do not have the interest in doing that. Like I said, I'm out for a hike, fun snow hike, and that's I could do it, but just, that's gonna add more time and then more time coming back. And I've already gone up a nice big steep slope already today, so I've had my fun. So yeah, bummer. It would have been nice to get up to the summit, but currently I'm blocked by that. So that's good to know. Currently blocked. If I feel more motivation, sometime I could come back and maybe go for that. Maybe camp halfway and then come up and do the rest of it. I don't know. But yeah, that's the story. We're here. We're past the John Muir Trail Junction. We're past Mt Muir. Pretty close, right around that corner is where you first see the summit hut, so it's not far from here. Bummer. That's all right though. It's been a fun day, and I got a long way back. And like I said, I really would love to just get down off the chute back to trail camp before dark. And if I can do that even like long before dark, then that's a bonus. So it's fun. I came, I saw, I had my fun, and I'm gonna have fun on the way out now. But wow, what a view. Just spectacular. It's so gorgeous. Wow, the Kauai's over there. It's fantastic. Yeah, so nice. Okay, my bad. That's Mt Muir here. So right around the corner from here, you can't make it past that. So people are going up Mt Muir, and not all the way, but up Mt Muir a bit, and then over and down to get around a couple of the gullies. There was a sweet jet that just flew by there. That was cool. It was pretty low. Yeah, so right at Mt Muir is where people are going up and around. And I'm going to pass on that. There's the jet. There's no way I'll be able to zoom in on it. No, I can't see it. There it is. There it is. Yeah. Perfect day though. This is just exactly where I want to be. Yesterday I could tell it was like this up here when I was like camping out down at the trailhead. Well, not the trailhead, but where the road is closed. And I was thinking like, okay, I don't want to lose motivation because I knew I was going to come at night. And a lot of times when I try to leave at midnight, it's easy to lose motivation. I can be all packed, I can have a nap, and then I can wake up at 11:30 and just feel like, oh. But I was like, this is what I'm going to think about. It's like, I got to start at night so that I can get up into the high alpine for midday when it's just beautiful. And yesterday it looked like it was going to be like this today. And yes, indeed it is. Cool tabletop mountain over there, milestone, midway. I mean, you could probably see Whaleback from here. I mean, there's Picket Guard. Whaleback's kind of behind it. Wow, just gorgeous. Man, so amazing. And it's just like no wind. Dead silent. I think I'm gonna sit right on this rock for a while and just hang out. This is a nice spot. I'm not really in a hurry anymore, so yeah, I'm gonna kick back for a bit. Yeah, I'm cool with walking where there's tracks, but that section that had nothing and it wasn't stable, it was just soft, it was powdery. Felt like I was gonna post hole right up to my neck. But yeah, all this is no problem. There's John Muir Trail sign. Here's the junction. Well, that was cool. Like I said, I just wanted to be up on this mountain. Another summit would have been great if I wanted to summit in December. I've never done that. All right, Trail Crest. Back at Trail Crest. Bummer no one's coming down here. Well, there's one footprint, but that's not enough for me. Got to go up and around, join where I went, and go down those switchbacks. I feel more safe. It's been in the shade, so it should still be basically the same. We'll see. I'm gonna get up and over quick. Discovery Pinnacle, practically up there. Alright, so now I cut down here and then catch those switchbacking boot pack down, which has remained in the shade, like I said, so hopefully it's about the same as it was. We'll see. Gotta keep on going, one step at a time, all the way down. Making decent progress through these switchback footsteps. Down there it ends up straight for a little while. We'll see how that is. It was very grippy, so hopefully it's okay. Making good progress, so feels comfortable. Off the chute. Didn't want to pull the phone out while I was on there. Smooth sailing though. Now hopefully I can stay in my boots and crampons if the trail isn't too soft. I'll see. Otherwise I'll have to switch back to the snowshoes. We'll see. Almost down at trail camp. Still got a ways to go down that. Approaching trail camp. Wow. Oh, it's just so nice. I wish I brought a sleep system and I just crash. Fall asleep right here until tomorrow. Yeah, I think if I come back on Whitney for winter, I'd probably camp it. Hike up to here and then do the rest. When you add the 3 miles, which is 6 miles round trip of the road walk, that's a lot of extra. And then especially if there's extra shenanigans beyond the normal snow, like what's going on there up at Mt Muir. What an awesome hike though. This was cool. I'm really glad I came out. Just wanted to spend the whole day just walking in the high alpine, in the snow, in the sun. That's all I really wanted, so I am super stoked. Oh, what a day. And I still got lots to go to enjoy. It's all downhill on snow. Super nice. 12:30, so 1 hour down from Trail Crest. It was 11:30 when I was up there. So I've been going for 12 hours because I left at 12:30 and it's 12 miles so far and I did 7,800 feet of climbing. Nice. Nice day. Oh man, it is so nice right now in the sun. I'm gonna go up there and then just flake out on a rock for a little while before I start walking down and lose the sun. Woo! So nice right now. Holy crap. Maybe I'll sit right here. No, I kind of like that rock over there. Though, no, this is awesome. Sorry, guys. Kind of dry. But there's so many options, you know, you just gotta enjoy it. so quiet. Holy cow. No wind. The lake's frozen. I don't know if people have broken a hole. I didn't bother checking. I'm due for some water, so time to move and get down to Muir Lake, which is, unless there's something here, which I didn't bother checking, Muir Lake is the highest exposed water that I've seen at the outlet. The little wood bridge. Okay, I'm gonna head out now. I don't trust the trail right now, although there are footsteps. I see more. And this is the way I came. Take the winter route around Trailside Meadow. So I don't know if there's water at Trailside Meadow because I went around it, but in any case, on my way to Muir Lake to go get some water. See how nice it is? It just follows the fall line, stays out of the rocks, doesn't do a whole bunch of switchbacking. It's nice. Jets are flying. The armed forces do their circuits. So nice not to be in any kind of a rush since it's early. I can just walk and enjoy, check out the views. This is a bonus, I gotta say. It should be I wonder. I mean, at minimum, I should get to Lone Pine Lake before dark. I think maybe I might even get more of the hike in before dark, which would be really nice. Like, that would be. It was all dark on the way up, so. It was like just starting here, right? I'm trying to remember. I think I was around Consultation Lake when it was getting light. Like, I was just past over the hump from Muir Lake, I think, and it was starting to get light. Consultation Lake down there, it's frozen. I don't know where the name comes from. I've never looked it up. Leaving the crampons on. They're not really necessary. I could do fine in my boots here, but they're just that much more grip. I'll see down at Muir Lake what I do. It really is a nice lake. Great view set up there, right with Mount Irvine behind it. Looks awesome. I wonder what will happen with this snow. I haven't seen any really big snow events upcoming on the weather, but I haven't looked like super far into the future either. But it's melting, it's evaporating. Especially across on the Inyo, that's like not much there. Oh, so nice. It's like no wind. continuing the snow route, following the fall line and dodging Trailside Meadow and the rocks there. You can see the switchbacks, and some people were going down that way. This just avoids it and just meets up down there and avoids all that. Looks like Trailside Meadow is frozen, no water running there. Approaching Muir Lake already. Oh, just flowing down the snow here. In some ways, snow's easier, right, than no snow, because this is a super rocky trail and you have to watch your step the whole time. But when it's like this, you just waltz right over it. It's like it's been carpeted. But at the same time, somehow snow is also slower. Going up, it's always slower. But yeah, coming down, I think it's arguably faster if the conditions are right. So, which they have been today. It's been kind of nice. So, oh, this is nice. And it's nice to be doing this in the light. Looks like I skipped Muir Lake. I'll skip that water. I'll get water down at Outpost Camp. Yeah, I just kept following the trail here, and I've done this before. It skips by Muir Lake. I think we cross over here and catch up again. With the trail that gets us back down to where we want to be at Outpost Camp. I could use some water right now. Back at trail camp. Quiet. Like when I came through last night. Back at the Whitney zone sign. Whoa! Walked off the trail here. Alright, and up there is the cutoff for Lone Pine Lake. Oh. Whew. Oh, I forgot to record the log bridges at Lone Pine Creek there on the way back down here. I had to scoot over a couple of them, because they're covered in ice. I didn't want to walk on it. Oh, nice to be back in the sun. Oh, nice. Soak this up for a bit. Back to the North Fork Trail cutoff. 1-ish mile, a little less. Alright, I'm gonna fill up some water near the trailhead. Oh, this was nice. I just wanted to go and move like all night, all day, and enjoy the high alpine. I saw that weather window. No wind. I just wanted to go for it. Oof. Carrying the snowshoes is a pain. And the trekking poles. They were useful. It was cool. They're alpine snowshoes, so they were cool. But it's too much gear for me. I like really just trying to do things with as little as possible. That's the problem with winter, is that you need a lot. But it's still nice as a novelty to come out here and just rent those trekking poles and snowshoes and go have some fun in the snow. That was cool. Not a regular thing, but a fun novelty. But yeah, great day. Just a good, thoroughly exhausting day. I love it. I needed that. Just been so stressed with work lately. It's nice to just completely blotto it out of my mind completely. I didn't even think of work for the past 30 hours. Here we are. Oh yeah. But still 3.5 miles down the road now. So the hike isn't done. But this part is. The trail part is. Now we're chilling on the road. Well, it's nice to be here. It's fun to be here off season. It's like skateboarding at school on a weekend by hopping the fence. Random. If anyone doesn't skateboard, they won't get the feels there. But it's fun. It's just fun to be here off season. Zero. I didn't see a single person. I haven't seen a single person there. I saw a couple cars kind of come and go and stuff while I was down at the bottom there, but I never saw a single person this entire day so far. Pretty awesome. Oh, wow. There's the Lone Pine Creek Trail that goes from the campground up to the, well, that goes from the lower campground up to Whitney Portal to the upper campground. I've never hiked it. There was a really bad fire a number of years ago and there's some washouts, so I'm kind of like questioning. I gotta in the summer just go check it out. I'd love to do Whitney from there sometime. That would be a lot of fun. Maybe. Wow, look at that color right now on the Inyos. That's beautiful. Back at the closed road gate. It's a fun day. Somehow just 21 miles, but fun. 16 hours, 8,500 feet of climbing. That was good. I just wanted to get like completely exhausted. So mission accomplished. Wow, beautiful sunset.